Okay, hi everyone. So this video is related to interaction with Akshita. She recently got selected in 4 universities abroad for PhD. She's MSc Physics. Though her BSc, MSc credentials are not very strong, her CGPA is 7 in and around 7, and even GRE score is 300, and IELTS is 7 band. But her publications, research work is good. She did really good research work. And I must say that she's a ordinary student with extraordinary effort, and she explored the things. She mailed more than 200 professors, and she could ensure very good opportunities for her. I have discussed with her details about opportunities in India, abroad, and the crux is like there are so many opportunities abroad. Getting PhD in India sometime is cumbersome because that is linked to clearing certain exam, JRF, NET, and all. So less value is given to the research work which you have. She was having very good research work, but maybe she did not write NET, JRF, and all. She was not getting very positive response from Indian universities, but in the end, she got wonderful response from foreign universities. So if you people want to explore opportunities abroad, going to go there and do really good research work, my advice is like listen to this in detail, especially students of physics and all. Listen to this and try to implement that in your career, and try to get good opportunities abroad. So let's listen to her entire interaction. Hi Akshita, welcome on YourPedia.
Hello, sir.
Okay, Akshita, let me congratulate you. You have got a couple of options, if I'm not wrong. So far, 4 selections for PhD program abroad, and you are a student of science. You are a specialist in physics. You have done your master's in physics, and now these are the 4 options for you. So, congratulations to you
Thank you
for
so
that
much, sir.
selection.
Thank you, sir.
एंड अक्षिता आप इससे मैं इंटरेक्शन करना चाहता हूँ, एंड आई वुड लाइक टू नो मोर अबाउट दिस एंटायर प्रोसेस because there is a
Yes,
less
sir.
awareness as per my understanding among science graduates, and I strongly believe that research, especially for PhD, science is the main thing. I mean, there are so many opportunities, and you do
Yes,
really
sir.
purposeful research in your domain. बट इंडिया के स्टूडेंट्स को अपॉर्चुनिटीज का, बाहर के अपॉर्चुनिटीज का थोड़ा कम अवेयरनेस है. And through this kind of interactions, I think we can spread that. So the purpose of this interaction,
Yes,
Akshita, is to help students, those who will be listening to our interaction, and they will be getting a lot of information through your journey. आपने कैसे कैसे pursue किया. So आप सारी information please share करें so that उनको benefit हो जाए. So now I start
yes, sir.
this interaction with your background, academic background. Akshita, we would like to know आप कहाँ से हैं, and from where you did your bachelor's, and from where you did your master's. What was the gap, and other than this academic qualifications, have you done some kind of internship, some kind of job, some kind of temporary projects? So please brief us about that first.
Yes, sir. I'm from Rajasthan, Jhunjhunu district of Rajasthan, and I completed my bachelor's from here only, from Jhunjhunu, and from a very small college. And after that, I joined my master's in Central University of Punjab. For that, I have given CU set, which is for the master's. And there's another exam with JAM, IIT JAM, which is also for the MSc purpose for join the MSc, but I opted for the CU set and got selected in 2 universities, Central University of Punjab and Central University of Rajasthan. So I compared both of them, like which is good in the aspect of physics and the research, or which is more research oriented. Because I am quite fascinated about the physics from the starting from my schooling, and then I joined Central University of Punjab because their research direction and research domain is more preferable with mine. So
Mhm.
in that, I joined the in Central University of Punjab. There is a thing like you have to join a research project in the second year of your masters. So I joined my research project under Dr. Prashant Algevankar, who was the HOD at that time when I joined the my project. So he was also new, so his whole focus was on only on the 4 students, like me and other 3 of the students. So and after like 6 months, there was a COVID situation. So we interacted through the Zoom calling and other things, and we selected our research area, like which what we have to do in our master's program and what research we will opt for. Then I searched for the EMI shielding and then the composites for 2D materials. So my main research domain is 2D materials and nanocomposites. So throughout my journey, I studied that. So after that, in December 2020, we went like back to the university. There was a situation, but our university was open for the like master students who are doing the project and the PhD students. They opened the
Mm,
university and we went back, and within the 6 months I had done all my experimentation. I visited DMSRD Kanpur for the experimentation. It is a DRDO lab, so
mm,
my professor has some collaboration with them, so I went there and do my experimentation on the composites things, and I
mm,
learned the hands-on training on the composites, how to make nano composites and other things with
mm,
the DMSRD, within the DMSRD lab. And after
mm,
that, my research work is also published in Material Physics and Chemistry and Physics,
mm,
which has an impact factor of 4.5 or 8 now.
mm, mm,
So after completing my master's, I like prepared for NET JRF and
mm,
given one attempt, but I was not satisfied with that
mm,
because like the questions and other things are very theoretical at my time, and I was more into the experimental side because in the whole year of my master's, last 1 year, I dedicated myself to the experimentation part.
mm,
The research methodology, it was a subject in my master's and
mm,
other things, but I prepared for NetJRF, but I was not lucky in that. So after that, I joined one as firm like Acadcraft, which is for the like they solve textbook problems and standard book solution, provide standard book solution to the university level textbooks. So
mm,
I worked as a SME for like 6 months, 4, 5,
mm,
6 months. And
mm,
after that, I applied for some projects, research projects. Throughout this, I was applying for that, but my goal was that like I have to go abroad for the studies. So I was keeping that in mind that like I don't want to join PhD here in India. I got one or two chances, like the professor in the research projects asked about if you whether you want to join PhD here in the research project. So I directly denied them at that time.
mm, mm,
So, like, they were very happy for the interview, like, okay, we
mm,
will let you know
mm,
about this and
mm,
that. We are very, very big team and all. And after
mm,
this, like, question, they were like, they seemed to be dim about the
mm,
situation.
mm,
So, that was an indication that they will not get me the position of the GRF or the project fellow. And I got like rejected due to this reason in like 2 or 3 research projects. After that, I got a similar project which is only based on my domain and 2D composites and other things in VSSUT Bhola. I joined
mm,
there in
mm,
December 2022,
mm, mm,
and I worked there, and I also visited like a conference in Bark, and got the best oral presentation award in that also. And my publication, I also have publication from that research in like
mm,
in November, in October
mm,
only. It was online on 17th October, the
mm,
last month,
mm.
and two or three publication are in loop right now.
Wonderful.
So it this was the whole journey, like where
Okay.
I started from my bachelor's and where I'm now.
Okay, Akshita, on the basis of what you told me, I'll ask you a couple of things. One, CUSET you said is the exam which gets you admission in central universities. So, do
Yes,
we have
sir.
central universities in every state of India? Something like that. Like this
Uh,
Punjab is in Bhatinda, from where you've done. So, do we have universities everywhere?
yes, sir. Like, not everywhere. I don't know about the eastern side, but I think most of the states have, because
Yes.
in my time I only have to apply for the three. Like, you have to choose three universities.
Mm,
So I chose the Central University of Punjab, Rajasthan, and Karnataka or Kerala. I don't remember right now. But yes, my sister is also studied from Central University of Jammu. So Jammu and Kashmir also have the Central University.
okay.
And near to me, there's Central University of Haryana. and
Hmm.
also Gujarat also have Central University, and I don't know about the lower side of India, like the Maharashtra or
Okay.
MP. MP also
Hmm.
have, I think, but like all
Hmm.
of the like most of the states have these Central University.
Central University. Okay. So one exam you said is a JAM also through which you get admission in IITs, I suppose. And
Yes,
I
yes.
know that you got admission in IIT also for masters, but you prefer to be in Central University. Any specific reason for that?
Yeah, so because the like fee is very high, the central universities have very low fee. Even like the one semester of IIT, I covered all my 3 semesters. Wait a
Okay.
second, sir.
Hmm.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Akshita,
Like
please.
for the IITs, there's a fee very high, and
Hmm.
they whether you but there's a tag IIT and tag is there with you. But if you do very good research and your marks are very good, I don't think it
Yes.
matters.
Hmm. Okay, Akshita, now coming to second part, you mentioned something which I want more clarification on. You said that the JRF net is important to get admission in PhD. When you used to go for interview in PhD, they used to ask you, is JRF net is required to get admission in PhD? Can you clarify on that?
So like in my experience, like if you want to do PhD from India, you have to get a NET JRF or the GATE qualification.
Hmm.
And if
Okay.
you don't want to do that, you can just join the research projects just as I have joined. And
Hmm.
they also offered me the PhD, but I refused them because I don't want to join there.
Hmm.
Like, but they prefer Nigeria persons. Like,
Hmm.
if in India, I don't think they prefer whether you have publication or you are good in
Hmm.
research. They
Hmm.
always go for the Nigeria person because,
Hmm.
like, if you don't have Nigeria, they have to give you the scholarship, but the universities don't want to give you the
Hmm.
scholarship always. So if you have NetJRF, the center UGC will give you the scholarship and all the things.
Hmm.
So that is why they prefer the NetJRF person rather than
Hmm.
like me. They don't have the who
So can
don't
we
have
say
the
that
NetJRF.
instead of more focus on research aptitude, like you have a research publication, the more focus on Indian universities in on competitive exams like NET, GATE,
Yes,
JRF, something like that, and less focus on what research publication, whether you have two, three,
research.
four, five, six, how many research publication, impact factor high, उसका क्रेडिट कम है, लेकिन उसका ज्यादा है कि आपने नेट जेआरएफ वगैरह निकाला है कि नहीं. सो वो है. अब
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
एंड
Because
सेकंड
my
मेरा
focus
क्वेश्चन.
was only on that, and also even now, some of my fellow students are giving the NET JRF
Hmm.
till now, and they
Hmm.
don't only giving that because they want to do the assistant professor and all the things. So they are also giving for that purpose. But those who are going for the PhD, they also have done this NET JRF. They have given their whole year to the NET JRF or a year and a half to qualify that exam. And
Hmm.
most of my in my batch, the students has given the review article basically
Hmm.
as their MSc thesis. They didn't work experimentally like me and one or two friends of mine. So they don't they are not oriented about research. They just want to do the NET JRF and get a position in India like PhD somewhere.
Okay,
So that is it.
Akshita, now my second discussion point is very, very important, and that is you told that you wanted to do PhD from abroad. And
Yes.
there are so many students who keep on getting confused whether we should do it from India or from abroad. I want to take your perspective that when you thought of doing PhD from abroad, why you thought so? What is the reason?
Sir, like my first motivation is my brother. He has also done the PhD from abroad. So I was always in like get inspired by him, and I always set him as my mentor, or like always idolize him in my life. But
Mhm.
when I thought about
Mm.
first of all my research, I was first interested in astrophysics, and then I switched to the material physics because there is no scope in my university where I study from Central University of Punjab. There is no
Mm.
astrophysics thing in our department. So, and I also get to know about the material world, like
Mm.
how the new materials and other
Mm.
things are happening.
mm,
But in India, I don't think the professors are more research oriented, and they do
mm,
they always review papers and copy something from the other countries and all. And but like what I think in the first place, that if I go abroad, I will get more exposure on the research field. I suffered a lot in my master's also. I have to go to the another departments to
mm,
bring things like
mm,
some kind of
mm,
chemicals and all, and we have to
mhm,
wait for quite some time for the characterization, the SAMX,
mm,
RD, and other things to
mm,
characterize our material. So
mm,
I don't think the other universities, like other countries, have very much facilities about this. Like they have all the setup. They have another a whole building for your apparatus and all the things
mm,
spectroscopy. The professors are also working on the new spectroscopy
mm,
material things like the apparatus and other things. So that was the main point. You don't get it will take more time in India to
mm,
get involved into the research than abroad. And
mm,
it will also take some time. Like if you go to the, IIT, you will
mm,
complete your PhD in 5 or 6, sometimes 7 years, because
mm,
of the
mm,
it in PhD it depends only on
mm,
the professor, like who is your
mm,
advisor, how well you
mm,
can connect with them. So
mm.
I think in India, advisors are more egoistic than because I have mailed so many professors from IITs. Like I have this publication in my master's. I want to join some internship. I am after doing my master's, and in my master's, I was I am completing my master's, and I want to
Mm,
join your research group to get
mm,
some knowledge about this and that. But they
mm,
didn't even reply to my mails. In
mm,
most of the Indian professors, and
mm,
those of a few replied, and they were like, we don't have position. And I was not even asking for a research fellowship or anything. I just wanted to go there on my own expenses. But and I got a reply from IIT Jodhpur, and the professor told me that, do you have GATE or NET? So I
mm,
simply told, no, sir, I don't have anything. I just want to do research. So they were like, no,
mm,
we only take students who has GATE or NET. When
mm,
I was like, sir, but I have publication and I don't want to receive any fellowship. I just want to come there and do some experiments and broaden my horizons. Like I want to research more about this thing. And they were like, no, in IITs we only take net and gate people. We don't go for other people. So I was very disheartened at that time. Like, what is this attitude? The
mm,
professors are only taking these students, and in IITs also, I have my fellow students who are doing IITs. Some of my friends are doing MSc from IIT. So their professor took them into their research project to continue their PhD. So it is
mm,
the process in the IIT. If you are doing MSc or MTech from the IIT, the professor itself took you to do PhD under their supervision. So there is no
mm,
scope for the outsiders
mm,
to get into PhD in
mm,
the particularly in the research projects. They are
mm,
the DRDO research projects or the SARB
mm,
research projects.
mm. Acha, Akshita, you mentioned that it may take even 7 years in IIT system or in India to do PhD. What is the duration in foreign universities?
Like it's a 5 years most probably,
Mm,
like five,
mm,
4 5 years. And if you go to the European countries, they will only take 3 years. Like in
mm,
Germany or Spain or France, they will
mm,
only take 3 years,
3 years is
three to
wonderful
four.
because I think they advertise PhD as a job in European universities.
Yes, yes, as a
Mm,
job, and also they have the research project. They
mm,
don't take the students like in India we have the advertisement for the PhD, regular advertisement, and you will complete your coursework, and then the professor will decide to take you in their research group. They advertise the like in India we have the research projects going on and the JRF join. So that just like that they have the research projects. You have to apply in that research project, which if you have experience in that field, and they will take you, and they have to complete the research project in 3 years. So obviously your PhD will be submitted during these 3 to 4 years.
Okay, Akshita, now coming to another point, you mentioned about the difference between the PhD in India and abroad, and you said a couple of reasons why PhD from abroad. One of the reasons is like duration, time duration. Second is the infrastructure, that is research infrastructure. You also gave the example of research facility for which you need to run from one department to another, maybe sometime from one university to another university, the way you did. And also you talked about the behavior part of people with whom you work, and also you said exposure, I mean international exposure you get in foreign universities. One part I think we missed here, that is post PhD opportunities. That is very very important.
Yes,
Whenever
yes,
a
yes,
student
sir.
is gonna invest 5 6 years of his life in PhD, one thing which stops people from doing PhD is his lack of awareness कि उसके बाद मेरे को क्या मिलेगा, कि भाई ऐसे तो नहीं मैं
Yes,
दोबारा
sir.
सड़क पे ही खड़ा हूँ और दोबारा मैं अपॉर्चुनिटीज ढूंढ रहा हूँ, तो क्या मिलेगा आफ्टर पीएचडी? आई वांट योर आंसर दैट व्हाट आफ्टर पीएचडी, एंड क्या अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं इंडिया में और अब्रॉड में विद दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग?
Sir, for abroad, I have to say that they have various opportunities. Most of the people who are working in the industry also, like corporate world, they choose from the PhD students like the uh, uh, who have higher qualifications. And also for the if you don't want to join the corporate world like the industries, you can also join the university as a research assistant, research professor, or the faculty. In their faculty, there are lots of opportunities abroad. But in India, you have to fight for another exam like NET JRF to get into the assistant professor position. And um, you can also get the postdoc if you want to further increase your knowledge in your domain. You can do postdoc, and if your professor is very good, like I have interacted a few professors abroad, and they are very good, and they can even recommend you to the postdoc position and even for the faculty position in the university you have applied for. So in India, there is no opportunity for the PhD student to join the industry, like to company, basically the
Okay.
MNCs, the companies and all. But in abroad, you can join that, and there are various, like I have searched on the LinkedIn also. So there are various opportunities for the PhD people. And they are all in the, like Google also hires PhD people, and even my brother is working in MNC, like, so he has also done his PhD, and after that he got the like opportunity. So I think the foreign countries have has more industry oriented jobs for PhD students, not in that were not in India.
इसका
So
एक रीजन मेरे को ये लगता है अक्षिता, जैसे आपने बताया कि अनलाइक इंडिया की वहां स्कॉलरशिप आपको मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एचआरडी देगा या यूजीसी
mhm.
देगा, और आप उसके लिए नेट जेआरएफ या गेट निकालना पड़ेगा। फॉरेन में जो आपको स्कॉलरशिप देगा वो प्रोफेसर देगा और वो इंडस्ट्री के प्रोजेक्ट से देगा।
Yes, sir.
तो जब ऑलरेडी वो आपको
Yes, sir.
इंडस्ट्री के प्रोजेक्ट पे काम करवा रहा है तो ऑब्वियसली यू गेट एक्सपोजर ऑफ इंडस्ट्री while doing PhD. So we do not find the PhD problem from research papers and
From
dump it there. We find the research problem from industries and give the solution also to the industries. I think that makes the big difference, Akshita.
yes,
So,
yes, yes, sir.
and now
And
I'm coming
some
to,
of the things, like some of the projects are also done by the government.
okay.
Uh, so it is like for the European countries, government also provide the fellowship, and they also get collaboration from industries also. But I also have given one interview for Michelin Group, which is the
Hmm.
I think the tire group here.
Hmm.
They also wanted a
Hmm.
like material guy in
Hmm.
computational physics. So
Wonderful.
yes,
Hmm.
so this
एक
is
और,
why you have just suggested one thing, like
या
I slipped that in from my mind.
एक और आयरॉनिकल पॉइंट है वो ये कि इंडियन यूनिवर्सिटीज फॉरेन से की हुई डिग्री की बहुत वैल्यूज करती हैं। इवन जब
Yes,
आईआईटी में
sir.
टीचर लगना होता है, सो अगर आप आईआईटी से पीएचडी किया हो तो आईआईटी वाले आपको रखते नहीं है। लेकिन अगर आपने पीएचडी बाहर से
Yes,
कर
sir.
लिया, परड्यू से कर लिया, इधर उधर से कर लिया, तो उसकी ज्यादा वैल्यू दे दी जाती है। इनफैक्ट आईआईटी के डायरेक्टर्स
Yes,
बाहर ही
sir.
जाते हैं, दे गो अब्रॉड टू हायर द पीपल फॉर इंडिया। एंड ये एक और इंसेंटिव है स्टूडेंट्स को कि बाहर जाओ पीएचडी करो, फिर
Yes, sir.
बैक
Yes,
होम
sir.
ऑल्सो यूल गेट बेटर
Like
अपॉर्चुनिटीज।
I have when I was searching for the research projects, मैंने बहुत सारे प्रोफेसर्स के प्रोफाइल सर्च किए थे, लाइक फ्रॉम
हम्म।
आईआईटीज, एंड दे आर
हम्म।
ऑल फ्रॉम इधर, उनके पास पीएचडी अब्रॉड से है या फिर उनका पोस्ट डॉक अब्रॉड से है। तो
हम्म।
अगर किसी को वापस भी आना है, अगर अपनी पीएचडी
हम्म।
बाहर से करके वापस आना है, तो दे विल नॉट गो फॉर लोअर यूनिवर्सिटीज, मगर
हम्म।
लाइक दे वो नीचे थोड़ी, आईआईटी से नीचे वो नहीं जाना चाहेंगे अगर वो फैकल्टी ज्वाइन करना चाहते हैं तो।
हम्म।
ये फैक्टर भी है कि अगर आपको, अगर इंडिया में वापस आना है, तो आपको एक अच्छी यूनिवर्सिटी से अपना मतलब प्रोजेक्ट करना पड़ेगा, अपनी पीएचडी करनी पड़ेगी, और देन दे विल मोर देन हैप्पी टू हायर यू एज अ असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर इन आईआईटी।
दैट्स ट्रू। अच्छा अक्षिता, अब चलते हैं आपकी सिलेक्शंस की तरफ। प्लीज शेयर विद अस द नंबर ऑफ सिलेक्शंस व्हिच यू हैड इन पीएचडी।
So far four.
ओके।
Uh, One from University of Buffalo, SUNY Buffalo, and they given me the research advisor, which I opted for. Like I contacted the research professor before I applied there, and I got that research professor, thankfully. And second is the University of South Florida, and the third one is University of Barcelona. So in the Barcelona, I just like before I contacted the professor and they have the vacancy and I contacted like how I can join and all the process and all. So they provided me the information like how you can apply and all other things and uh, like I got selected in that, but not officially. The official there are so many projects going on there, so they will generate a journal list like official list in the last like the December first week. So the professor confirmed my selection in their group, but the official list will come in December. And third one, like fourth one is from India and like BITS Pilani and RMIT collaboration. It is also a research project based PhD program.
तो इसमें जो
So
बार्सिलोना स्पेन के अंदर है अक्षिता, वो कितना ड्यूरेशन है? एज यू सेड यूरोप में ड्यूरेशन कम होता है, तो कैन वी से कि ड्यूरेशन
yes,
कम होगा
it
वहाँ?
is like 4 years at
ओके।
max. The
हम्म।
professor has said 4 years at max, but we will like to complete in 3 years.
ओके। अच्छा, अब मैं स्कॉलरशिप की तरफ आता हूँ अक्षिता। सो व्हाट इज द टिपिकल स्कॉलरशिप व्हिच यू कैन गेट इन? यू हैव गॉट टू सिलेक्शंस इन यूएस, वन इन स्पेन, अनदर इज अ जॉइंट प्रोग्राम, आई थिंक दैट इज विद ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड बिट्स पिलानी। तो मेरे को ये बताइए आपकी स्कॉलरशिप का स्केल क्या है, कितना मिल जाता है स्कॉलरशिप?
Instead of like in USF, they are giving the hourly basis wage. Like
हम्म।
I have to join as a teaching assistant and and work for like 20 hours a week.
ओके।
And per hour they will give $26.41.
ओके।
So it will sum up to like 2100 something per month.
डॉलर्स। और
Yes,
सारा
sir.
एक्सपेंडिचर तो मेरे को
And
लगता है $1500 में हो जाएगा।
yes, sir. And for the Buffalo, they are giving me like for TA position only. I first have to join the TA and with the same professor, and after 1 year, she will give me the RA position.
हम्म।
So for the TA, it is 23,000 per year, $23,000 per year, like 2,300 a month, twenty
हम्म।
three
हम्म।
hundred dollars a month.
हम्म।
And for the Barcelona one, the fellowship is like 18,000 euros
हम्म। हम्म।
per annum, and it will increase in the second and third year
सो
to
दैट मीन्स इन
like 23,000
पीएचडी में यू एंड
euros.
अप सेविंग मनी, राइट?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Akshita, this whatever you said, the scholarships and all, that starts immediately when you join that, right?
Yes, after like they provided me the details, like they will we I have to reach there and complete all the process
Mm.
prior to the starting of the classes, and then after like it is bi-weekly, basically bi-weekly. I think US has this bi-weekly program, like they will give every 2 weeks the fellowship after every 2 weeks. So in first half 2 weeks they will give 1150, and in the last two after last 2 week they will give 1150. And like I have to open my bank account and all, and they will give it after like 4 weeks after my joining. They will give it after 4 weeks.
So, Akshita, what is the difference between RA and TA in abroad?
So you in RA, which is a research assistant, you just have to work with your professor in their research lab, and the also the scholarship varies. If you are
Mm.
working as a TA, teaching assistant, there is a normal fellowship which other students are also getting,
Mhm.
like who are joining as a PhD in a TA. So you just have to work with the not class notes checking and all the other stuff with the professors. And when you are working as a RA, research assistant, you work in your lab only, your research advisor's lab. And if you are working on a project, they also get you some external pays like external scholarship, and the scholarship they are getting from the research projects you, and it will increase your fellowship also. So in RA position, you just have to work with your professor in some of their research project and do their work basically. So it is very likely to join as a RA than a TA, because
Mm.
you will don't have to scatter among the student things. You just have to work with your advisor and in their research work only.
Okay, wonderful. So now my question is related to your credentials, Akshita. I was going through your CV and I found your BSc and MSc may you got 7 CGPA and I think
Yes.
67%, something like that. Do you consider this a very good academic credential, or is it does not matter? What is your view on that?
Sir, it does matter. I know, in my perspective, it's low. I know,
Mhm,
like most of the students get like 80% or 90%.
mhm,
But in my family, I have to thank my family. They do not presume this thing like you. If you are getting more marks, you are very intelligent. And my
mhm,
father is if you are getting normal marks, if you are an average student, it does not matter. If you are doing well in what are you are doing, and you are satisfied with your marks, then it will be okay with us. And for the masters also, the 7 GPA is low, but our university is not like they don't follow the IIT one, because if we follow the IIT standard mark system, they will be the higher side, because they get this thing like they will choose the topper. The topper get 8 or 9, 10 GPA, and from they generalize the marks from the topper's percentage or GPA. The students will get more marks. If the topper is getting 8 GPA out of 10, they will regard that to the 10 GPA, and according to that, they will evaluate the other students' marks. And in my university, if you are getting 8, it's 8. If you are getting 9, it's 9. That's it. You will
okay.
not get generalized from the topper side. So
Mhm,
that is the one thing. And yes, I don't think I have ever faced it like the in academic thing, like you have low marks and other things. They didn't ask me about the marks and all. They just,
mhm,
when I got interviewed from the professor, they don't ask me about the marks. They only ask about the journal system. Like they know about the IITs, of course. So
mhm,
they know that they ask about. We know about the IIT system, but we don't know about the central universities in India and other things. So can you let us know what is the mark system and what is the education system they follow? So I generally replied to them like we have this and that, and we are run by the UGC, and we follow the UGC credentials for evaluating marks and all. So I don't think
mhm. Okay,
uh,
Akshita, now can you tell us, like, did you write some other exams also, like GRE, TOEFL, IELTS, or something for admission?
yes, sir. I write GRE and TOEFL, not TOEFL, IELTS,
Okay.
and also I also given the Duolingo at first. So
Hmm.
the GRE in GRE, I just wrote that I didn't prepare for that much
Hmm.
and I only got 300. It's not
Hmm.
so much like I
Hmm.
just given the exam. I didn't do any preparation and all for that. So only that. And in IELTS, I got 7 bands, and in like Duolingo, I got 130.
What is Duolingo? What is that?
Sir, it is also a test. Like many universities consider Duolingo, it is online test and not like the we don't have to go to the center to give this exam. We simply sit on our like at home and give this exam. It is of 1 hour, and like IELTS, we don't, there is no journal like sections, like listening section, and then speak. We don't have the speaking section to go, and also the writing and reading section. There is no
Mm-hmm.
specific section. The screen will show the question, you have to attempt on the spot, and they will shuffle like one sec you have the writing section, others on the next question will be speaking or listening or anything. So it is just spontaneous, like you just have to give immediate answer, and also you have to describe, like in Duolingo you have some image, you have to describe that. You have an image, you have to speak about that image for like 90 seconds or two
Mm-hmm.
minutes or three
Mm-hmm.
minutes. And after that, you also get like another section, which is whose score will go to the university, like the writing section and speaking section.
ओके
It's
ओके सो
it's like
अक्षिता, दिस अगर आपने आइल्स लिखा है तो इसकी भी रिक्वायरमेंट है क्या?
No, sir, no, sir.
हम्म
Either one of them. But in some, like my speaking is, I just given the like IELTS and GRE at the same time after some duration. So I was not prepared well for that. I didn't know much about that. I thought that I will score higher if I have done all the things in English. So like my master's, bachelor's, school life. So I will get more in that. But I was somewhat like nervous at the time of my speaking section in IELTS. So I only got 6.5 at that time.
ओके
So like the university, like the in United States, the state wise provision is there. Like if you have to join the TA, there is some speaking scale you have to follow. Like the Florida follows the seven bands in speaking, and other state follows different. Like 6.5 is good for them, or six is good for them. So
ओके
when I was applying for South Florida, I have to like give Duolingo for the speaking section only, because in speaking I only got 6.5 at that time. So
ओके
they require the Duolingo at least 125 for speaking section, like all other things. So I give that exam.
सो अक्षिता, आर यू एक्सपेक्टिंग सम मोर सिलेक्शंस नाउ?
Yes, sir. Like, but I'm satisfied with the current one. Like, I have mailed this professor, and she's very well known in the material world, and like she's very renowned professor in US, and even my professor, and I have also cited her in all, like most of my publications. So I'm very happy with her, and like everyone wants to, like if I'm applied to some university, obviously I want to have selections from there. But I'm happy with her. Like my advisor is DDL Chung, so she's a very well scientist and very great lady. So I want to stick with her.
Okay. Okay, Akshita, I would like to know some really good research areas in physics. Many students want keep on asking, what are the research areas for which we can try abroad?
Sir, like for me, I was in the material physics and
Mm-hmm.
composites. So students can opt for the material physics, and also their computational physics is a very like uh, nowadays computational physics is a thing. Like everyone is asking for the computational things.
Okay.
So I think computational physics is a great area to research,
Mm-hmm.
and even in the material physics, computational skills are required. Like you can work on the computational material science,
Mm-hmm.
and also the astrophysics, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
because India doesn't have that much opportunities in astrophysics and astronomy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think astrophysics and cosmology are the great like areas to research on. And also the atomic physics and the molecular physics are very great research
Mm-hmm.
areas if one wants to explore more physics and at the atomic level and the nano and the micro level. So they can opt that option.
Okay, okay. And Akshita, now we have come to almost an end of this wonderful session which I had with you. Any message you want to give to
Yes.
students of physics over there?
Uh, I just want to say that keep your hard work with you. Like you will get something in the end, like me. I completed my master in 2021 and it's 2023. So
Mm-hmm.
there's 2 year gap. So I never gave up. Like I didn't get the PhD. I always tried. I like mailed to like 200 to 300 professors abroad in India, and
Mm-hmm.
I got like mail. Most of them are like rejection mail, but I got something from them that also, like, your CV is very good. We don't have position right now, but your CV is very good. So I got that positive part with me. So keep that positive part with you. And physics is a very vast field. You have to choose your research domain, like what you enjoy in your research and what you want to do. And always think about you want to see yourself after 5 or 10 years, what position you are like aiming for. So keep that
Hmm.
in mind. That's what I want to say. And keep hard working. You will get something in the end.
वंडरफुल अक्षिता, इट वाज अ वंडरफुल सेशन और बहुत डिटेल में आपने सब कुछ
Yes.
बताया एंड आई एम वेरी श्योर जो स्टूडेंट इसको सुनेंगे दे विल गेट मोटिवेटेड. योर जर्नी इटसेल्फ इज इंस्पिरेशनल एंड लॉट ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन,
Thank you
सो आई एम
so
वेरी
much.
श्योर students will try to achieve their own objectives and attain their dream destinations. I thank you once again for giving me almost 1 hour of yours and giving so much information. So thanks a lot, Akshita, and all the very best for your career ahead.
Thank you so much, sir.